Today I'm finally working on my 2025 reading journal. I have a few things I want to preface this video by. One, I don't know how people were so prepared for 2025 back in December, like weeks ago people were doing this. I was not there yet. Second thing I want to say is if you are new to making a journal, this video is going to be perfect for you because I am not buying any new supplies. I'm using Crayola markers and other markers I have on hand. I'm not buying tons of scrapbook paper or supplies or anything like that. I'm literally just using what I have on hand. And it's not going to be the prettiest journal. It's not going to be the fanciest. It's not going to be the most complicated or complex journal you've ever seen either. And I'm not doing a ton of pages. Last fall, I tried making some pages and seeing what worked and didn't work. But what I was doing was like a September TBR and just coloring in the pictures and filling in like the star rating if I read them, and just keeping track that way. I might do this, but what I'm trying to work on this year is not printing so many cover photos. It looks nice when you have a bunch of things printed out, but like it's kind of inconvenient to have to go print out stuff every time you want to do a spread. So I'm trying to limit how many photos I'm using, and some months I won't be printing out a TBR like this. I'll just be writing it in if I don't feel like printing that month. After September, I went right into fall. And so October is still technically fall, but then I was having to flip back. So I probably won't do anything like this in 2025 just because I am a mood reader, but not to this level. Like I don't need to read 10 fall books. I'm going to read them as I feel like reading them, and I don't want to set like, you have to get to these books in the next couple months. I'm doing all of my tracking stuff first, and then the individual reviews will be at the very end, and nothing else will come after this. So I can write as long of a review as I want or short, and it doesn't matter because all of these pages will be reviews or however many pages I use. But I think this will work for me. I think it's a very simple journal, and that is perfect for me. I don't want this to be super complicated like some of the ones I've seen. Like some people have like 25 pages of things that they're tracking, and then they do monthly and individual reviews, and it's like, oh my God, that's a lot of stuff. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you find some of these spreads inspiring or helpful, or if anything, you just have fun watching me figure this crap out and learn things along the way, mess up. Oh my God, shoot. I didn't think it would bleed that much. Okay, so it's just when it overlaps with color that it does that. That's unfortunate. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna start, and if it doesn't turn out, then it doesn't turn out. But I'm gonna start with doing the bookshelves, coloring that in, and just go from there. Hope for the best, I guess. My plan for this guy is to print out an actual piece of like art print, like a design or something that would be in a frame, and to paste that right there. So I won't have that one done. I'm a little nervous for this side. I got an idea that maybe in this little frame, I'll do a line for each of my color coding. So I gotta figure that out still. Now I gotta draw my little cat. This is the thing I'm most intimidated for. So I hope I don't mess it up. Shoot, what does he look like? I don't know what I want to do with these frames yet, so I think I might come back to this, but this is looking pretty good. So the next page I have is 25 and 2025. I don't know what I want to write yet, but I know I was going to make like just a simple grid. But since there is color bleeding through, I wonder if I can make little squares, one line over 3/4. I can make little squares of paper, tape them in, and then I could color on top of the paper so that it's not bleeding on both sides. We can make that work, right? Let's find some paper. This brand, it's good when it works, but it can be really finicky. So I'm gonna try this and see if this works better. If you have a small little section, this like gums up. You can see it right there where it like gets on it, and then you have like this long string of glue. So I'm gonna try this brand. I've never got this before, but I got it from Michael's, so hopefully it works. Oh my God, this is really gonna bother me that it's not straight, but oh well. Instead of getting hung up on the design and the style of this, I'm just gonna write it. I'm not gonna make these boxes all have fancy little styles. I stole some ideas from a 25 and 2025 book printable that I have on my website. So this was supposed to say a book that starts with the first letter of your name. So I'm just condensing that down, book that starts with J. You probably can't even see anything I'm doing because I'm left-handed. I think what I need to do is rip this in half a little bit though. That page is done, and now I can color those in as I finish them. So the idea for this one is to create a top books of the year that can be interchanged. What I did last year was my monthly faves, and I ended up not liking this because some months I read like 2 or 3 books that I absolutely loved. And then some months I just didn't have any books that I truly loved. So I was just kind of picking okay reads to put as my monthly faves. So I didn't love this really. So what I'm gonna do this year is just do my top books of the year, and I'm gonna stick some washi tape on the back of the paper. So I'm gonna cut something out like this and put washi tape on the back, and then kind of be able to move things around. So this would be like my top 9 books of the year. This is my little book template guide to know the sizing of things. I think I will start off with putting some washi tape at the bottom. Maybe I'll use this one because this is kind of fun. Doesn't really match the page next to it, but look at these are fun. They're smiling and happy about being a top book. So that's it for this page. I'm thinking that I will maybe put the titles on the side. Yeah, that could work. Or I put like just a number right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I do something like that. I'm not sure. So this page is going to be my A to Z challenge page, and I did that last year as well. But what I was doing was I was doing these lines outside of the boxes of where I would be printing, and I didn't love that. I'm just going to leave these little dots here. I'm not going to outline them like I did on this page. It's just going to take too long. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and write A, B, C, D all the way through. So then when I come to print, I know exactly where to put it already. I need to make a header for this and probably some little thing over here. Should I just color them with that background color? Decisions, I never know. It's not the end of the world, whatever it looks like, you know what I mean? Ooh, that's off center, cool. It's not the best, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I didn't want it to stick down, but I guess it did. Okay, well, that's it's gonna be so uneven. What can we do? I don't love this, but it's gonna have to do. Okay, so we can try this out. I'm not gonna do all of the months, but the goal here is to be able to still do monthly TBRs, indicate how many books I've rated 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then my genres that I've done. And then each month I'd write down all the books I read right here, and then give a star rating at the end of the month. Yeah, okay, this could work. I didn't make a TBR for January, so I don't know. I might leave this blank. All the way back here, where this page starts, is gonna be my individual reviews, and that's gonna look like this, where I just write in my rating. I have space to write as long or short of a rating as I want. Here is a quick flip through of everything I just did. I ended up outlining this so it was easier to read with the color bleeding through. So this is what the cover page looks like, and I think it turned out perfect. This is the overall books read. I also added that little color coding. I still have to get a little print right here and fill these in, but I'm calling this good enough for now. And then here is my rating, just so I remember what markers I used. Obviously, I'm not gonna leave that tape there, but just, you know, for the first few months, I probably will need that. And then I did finish a book, so this is what it will look like when it's filled in. And I gave this a 4-star rating. The goal is to have mostly these colors, so I wanted to pick colors that would match like the rest of the pages, but not be too distracting. So the hope is that most of the books will be these colors and hardly any of these. So I'm just gonna go in order as I read. I like how that page turned out. My 25 in 2025. Here's what it'll look like when it's colored in. Top books, haven't done anything different to this page. I'm excited to see how this ends at the end of the year. Oh my God, Tate. What are you doing? Oliver decided he wanted to join us. Hi, bud. Why are you all asking for my attention right now? So top books, not much change there. My A to Z challenge, I wrote down just in pencil the name of the book. I will wait till I have a few things I can print out to do this. Here is my January TBR. So like I mentioned earlier, I will probably just write in some of these sometimes. Other times I might print out the photos, but I just wanted to have something done. So this is what I did, and it's gonna be good enough. Oh my Lord, you guys. This is what I'm gonna do for the rating and genre. Just check it off as I read each one. And then down here, I'm just gonna write a list of all the books read. So that's what that looks like started. And then these will be the same thing for all the months unless I decide to change something about it. And then this will be the individual review page. So I will print out the cover here and then write a review. Don't read it though if you don't want spoilers. So that's kind of why I like having these individual reviews, because I can write whatever I want without fear of ruining something for someone. But yeah, so that's my flip through of the reading journal.